Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build that positive mindset. My name is Henry, and I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you here today because in this episode, we're going to take a frequency, a power, an energy, and interject it into our minds so that we can step into the positive life that we deserve. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep healing meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So pick a word. It could be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're going to say this word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. We're going to take another deep breath. This one's about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive state. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. Well, before we get started, if there's something that you enjoy or take away from this episode, if you're on YouTube or Spotify, you can actually leave a comment below. Not only does it help me know what resonated with you, but somebody else might read your comment and it might inspire them to give this episode a listen. I want to make this the #1 mindset podcast in the world, and the best way to do that is together. So whether you leave a positive comment or share this with somebody, it means the absolute world to me, and I could never thank you enough. But let's dive into today's episode. So are you ready to charge yourself up? Are you ready to take a stand, no longer accepting life as it is? If so, this is that moment. Everything that you've done, whether this is the first time tuning in or you've been listening to this podcast for months or years, this is your chance to finally make that permanent change. So what you have to understand is, or at least accept, if you can accept this, you can apply this, that your perception is how you receive the world. Your perception is your reception. As you see, you will receive. And I'm not necessarily mean physically see, I'm talking about energetically, but those are aligned. How you see things has more to say about you than the actual event. If you want to understand somebody, let them tell you how they perceived something. That will allow you to understand their perception, how they operate, what their frequency is. So the same is true for us. So if you want to start receiving differently, we have to start perceiving differently. Well, the first thing that we perceive and the thing that actually sets the lens is our mental level, the frequency that we're operating on. And our frequency we're operating on is discovered, or we're able to see it by the words that are going through our mind. If you want to change that, change the words that are going through your mind. If you've noticed this theme, I've been talking about it for a little while because it's changing season. 2024 is coming up. 2024 can be the most beautiful power year, not just for you, not just for me, but for everybody. And the biggest gift we can give is that higher version of ourselves. So we have to become it so that those around us can see, so that those around us can ask questions, can learn and expand their life. There is enough abundance for everybody. When we remove the greed and we just become the person that can receive everything so that we can give everything, and most importantly, the version of ourselves that did it, the world will change. No longer will there be a need for me to have something because it will be we having something, because we'll all be on the highest level sharing, knowing that's the best way to be abundant. That's how this will all come together. So as we continue to do this, allow this power to be within you. Allow yourself to be this person that's part of this change. So speak into your mind these things, and you can gear it towards you, but tell yourself, I am the one. I am powerful. And actually, I'm going to shift this to you so you can really feel it. You are powerful. You have meaning. You are value and valuable. You are the creator that's here to wake up and expand and create the new experience. You are here for a purpose. Everything that you've done, every hurt, every setback, everything that you have done has led you to this moment so that you can now provide the opposite. The pain, the hurt, the trauma, the loss, all of those things that you felt, it's equally possible to put the opposite into the world so that not only you experience it, but those around you do. You see, you're such a great person. You're such an amazing being that the things that have hurt the most that happen to you are a gift because they happen to you. Because you are that amazing. You are that powerful. You are that meaningful in this positive experience that we're going to have going forward. It's not anybody else. There's billions of people on this earth, but it's us that are connected on this message right now. And I'm not the only one giving the message. This message is in the air. It happens to be flowing through me right now, but it is in the air, and we are all on the same journey, taking our unique paths to lead us to this higher self, this higher interaction, this higher experience that's available to us. And you are a part of it. You are the reason it's possible. So try to say these along with me. I'm going to shift from the you and go back to the I so we can charge ourselves up, so that we can truly be powerful, we can truly be in our light. I am here for a reason. And I'll say it and give yourself a chance to repeat it after say it. But really say it to yourself. Say it with love in your voice. Say it with strength in your voice. Say it with knowledge in your voice, meaning you know that this frequency matters. I am here for a reason. I am doing amazing things. I am abundant in all ways. Everything is working out for me. I am value. I am valuable. I seek and receive love in all things. I am the one that is supposed to be here. I am the one that was supposed to go through these things because of the meaning in my life. I am going to do amazing things because I am the amazing thing. I am as I desire to be. I am in love with who I am. I'm proud of who I am. I am. You are, I am. Let's continue to take this energy because it is meant for us to have. You should be tuning yourself day in and day out with these thoughts. The more you do that, the more these thoughts become you. The more the belief starts to tap in. The more the power starts to tap in. You have meaning. Don't think things have been happening to you. They haven't. They've been happening for you. You have to understand that something that always exists is this. Now. It is always now. It is never then. It is never was. It is always now. We can think about tomorrow, but when we experience tomorrow, it's actually now. We can never have now in the past. Everything is expanding, including our experience, which is always now. So what you decide to be now is what you are. What you decide to forgive now is what you've forgiven. What you've decided to love now is what you love. What you decide to receive now is what you receive. The past is not weighing on that unless you allow it. The future doesn't exist. The future is just a future now, and what you are then is what you'll be. That's why so many people, when they think that I'll be happy when I make more money, I'll be happy when I get this job, I'll be happy when I lose 20 pounds, are so misguided because they're still bringing themselves there. Become happy now. Become prosperous now. Become love now. That's what you're here to do. So rise up, take your power back, and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. This episode, this was a different one for me. I really was connected into it. It might have been one of the most fun ones I've ever done. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. There's actually a question. If you're on Spotify, I believe you can ask a question. If you're on YouTube, you can just drop the comment. But do you like this type of energy in these episodes? Would you like to do more, or would you like me to do more of this style? Just let me know. This podcast, of course, is always addressing myself. That's how it started. I'm trying to coach myself, level myself up, speak the things into me that I wish to be. But of course, I want to share it with you. So I want to make sure it's in tune with what you want to hear as well. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.